Today's lesson is Module 4, Lesson 7, Replacing Numbers or Letters with Numbers. Before I get started with a couple examples, I want to give you some formulas. Some of these may sound familiar, some may be new to you, but we will be using them during the lesson today, so we need to make sure we have them written down. First formula is for area. Earlier in another lesson, a couple of lessons ago, we worked with area and we learned that area equals length times the width. Another way you could write it is L times W, L being length and W being width. Perimeter equals length plus length plus width plus width. Or you could write L plus W plus W. And finally, volume equals length times width times height. So I might even make a highlighted bubble or something around this so it stands out to me when I'm looking through it for homework or on tests or anything like that. Make it available for me to find easily. Okay, let me find you an example to work through this. Okay, let's find the area of a shape. So let's write example. And we're going to say S equals 10. S is the same as side. So we draw the shape. It's going to be a square with S here. And we're going to solve for the area. And so I'm going to rewrite the formula again. Length times width. And yes, you need to rewrite the formula every time. So since S equals the side and it is a square, S equals 10. Every side is 10. Okay? So we're going to just plot in the numbers that we have. The length is across right here, and that is 10 times the width. So 10 times 10. Area equals 100 units squared. Area is squared because, and we're going to write this down, so area is squared. Let me move it up for you. Because you are multiplying two measurements. One being length and one being width. That's very important, so make sure you have that written down. Now if I want to find the perimeter of the same shape, I'm going to write the formula again for perimeter. Formula for perimeter is length plus length plus width plus width. Oop, I'm running out of room. Okay, so the length for my shape is 10, and since it is a square, I know that this is 10 as well because they're equivalent lengths, so 10 plus 10. And the width right here is 10, And since this length is the same or same amount, just as big as this one, this is 10 as well. So add them up. Let me write this again. Perimeter. So if I add them up, perimeter of the shape, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 more is 30, plus 10 more is 40, and it would be units, just units, no squared, no cubed, no anything. I put units because there is no measurement after it, so you might want to write that down too. If there is no given measurement, example, a given example would be feet or inches, then label it units. So since I didn't give you a measurement for these, we're just labeling it units. Okay? And we're going to do area real quick. So area is a little bit different. You need to draw a different shape. So just watch how I do this. You might want to pause after I'm done so you can do your own. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we're making a cube. Not area, volume. Volume deals with 3D shapes. The shape I gave you before is 2D. And this one down here is 3D. And I'm going to give you the length of 5, the width of 4, and the height of 2. So 5 is your length, width is 4, height is 2. And that'll be true for the placement. Length is along the bottom, width is how deep it is, and height is how tall it is. Okay, so let's write the formula for volume. Volume equals length times width times height. So the length is 5 times the width of 4 times the height of 2. And now we solve. 5 times 4 is 20 times 2. 20 times 2 is 40. So volume is 40 units cubed. So in volume, you might want to write this down too. Volume is always cubed. And I'm running out of room, but I'll tell you why. It's always cubed because you have 3 measurements that you're dealing with or you're multiplying. There's always 3 measurements you're multiplying. You're always multiplying the length, the width, and the height, so you know it's cubed. That's it for today's lesson. Write your notes down, make sure you have everything you need. Click done when you finish and ask questions through private comments if you have any. See you tomorrow.